Facts about Africa you may not know. Africa, originally called Alkebulan, is the second largest continent of the world's 7 continents, covering 20% of Earth's land area. Africa is the only continent to encompass the northern and southern temperate zones, with most of the continent lying in the tropics. There are 54 sovereign countries, 6 island nations, and 2 other states in Africa, with most state borders drawn during the time of European colonialism, when Africa was conquered and partitioned during the period known as New Imperialism, beginning in the 1800s. 4 African countries, namely, Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, and Ghana were the first to gain independence after World War II, from 1951, 1956, and 1957 respectively. The majority of African states are republics, with presidential leadership. The largest country in Africa is Algeria, and the smallest country is Seychelles. Africa is made up of the mainland with several island nations off its coast in the Atlantic and Indian Oceans, including Cape Verde Islands, São Tomé and Príncipe, Seychelles, Comoros, Mauritius, and Madagascar. African nations work together through the African Union, with its head offices situated in Addis Ababa. Africa houses the cradle of humankind that is declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. The longest river in Africa is the River Nile, referred to as the father of African rivers, flowing over 4,100 miles, northwards, up to, and emptying in the Mediterranean Sea, from 2 sources, the White Nile, originating at Lake Victoria in Uganda, and connecting with the Blue Nile, originating in Ethiopia. The largest lake in Africa is Lake Victoria, which is considered to be the second largest freshwater lake in the world. With 9% of the world's freshwater resource, Africa is named the second driest continent of the world's 7 continents, due to its vast size, uneven population, and the need for infrastructure to support the movement and/or transportation of fresh water throughout the countries. The tallest mountain on the African continent is Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. It is over 19,300 feet above sea level, and rises over 16,000 feet above its plateau base, making the volcanic mountain the highest single freestanding mountain in the world, that is above sea level. The Sahara Desert on the African continent is the largest hot desert in the world, with an area of well over 9 million square kilometers. It is the 3rd largest desert, only to the cold deserts of Antarctica, and the Arctic. Africa, with its surrounding seas and islands, has the largest number of megafauna species found in the Afrotropical realm or the tropics, with giant animals, large populations of carnivores, herbivores, and jungle animals. Africa is considered the most genetically diverse continent in the world, and is hugely diverse in ethnicities, languages, and cultures. The large majority of African diaspora populations in the Caribbean region, and on the American continents, is due to the transatlantic slave trade, and European influence over the last 400+ years, beginning in the 15th century. The continent of Africa suffers from, among other significant factors, lack of infrastructural and industrial development, as well as instability, with limited financial resources and access to global markets. With its significant size, and abundance of, and wide range of natural resources, Africa is the least wealthy continent per capita and is the second least wealthy continent in the world. Millions of Africans were lost due to various types of wars and unrest, famine, and slavery. African life is depicted in the areas of film, music, dance, and sports. However, due to colonialism and post-colonial factors, resulting in suppression or neglect, some aspects of traditional African cultures are less practiced, but Africa nonetheless has a rich and diverse collection of visual art in the form of prehistoric, ancient, and modern art and artifacts, including pottery, metal, sculpture, architecture, textile, and fiber. I hope you enjoyed the video. For more videos like these and others, please like, share, and subscribe at World Dashers. Thank you.